Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a Dutch day, but not just a Dutch day, but it's a Dutch supermarket day. A guide to the Dutch supermarket. Everything you can find in the Netherlands. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Grocery store is a place where you go get just one carton of milk and you end up buying a bunch of food because you saw a couple of discounts along the way. In this case, going grocery shopping in the Netherlands is no different.
Okay.
However, if you care about your health and you don't have enough money to order takeout every day, going to the grocery store is inevitable. For a relatively small country,
I'm interested to see, guys, if your supermarkets are any different from ours. I know we share a few, like Aldi. I think you guys have Aldi. Do you have a Lidl? I think you might have Lidl as well. But I'm not sure if we share any others, and I'm sure you have your own brands, and I love to go to a supermarket in another countries, so let's see.
there's a wide selection of supermarket chains to choose from.
Aldi.
But if you don't feel like biking for more than 15 minutes, there's
You have
less.
Co-op.
After looking up on Google your closest options, it also might be useful to look at the pricing and ranking. So here I present to you a rundown of most supermarkets, their brand positioning based on...
Okay. Yeah, you do have Lidl. So you have Aldi, we have Aldi. You have Lidl, we have Lidl. You have Spar, we have Spar. You also have Co-op. We also have a Co-op. Now with Co-op, I'm not sure if all Co-ops around Europe are the same company. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if your Co-op is the same as our Co-op, because I went to Sweden. And in Sweden, they have a Co-op, but their Co-op branding look completely different from our Co-op branding. So I'm not sure if they're all linked, but we also have a Co-op. The rest of them, I've never heard of them before. So that's what I'm interested. I'm interested in these, in Jumbo and all that.
prices and variety of goods. First up is Albert Heijn, the most popular
Albert
and widespread
Heijn.
Dutch name. The supermarket, also known as A, is the largest chain in the Netherlands.
Okay.
It is always a solid choice if money is not an issue for you. It has a wide selection of neatly arranged items.
She said it's the best choice if money is not an issue for you. So it's one of the more expensive. It's one of the more upmarket supermarkets. Is that fair to say? Let me know in the comment section below.
And some cheaper brand name ones. The store is also known for giving discounts if possessing a bonus card. So without it, you cannot get great offers such as buy one and get one half price. Then comes Albert Heijn's biggest competitor, Jumbo. Jumbo is the establisher of buy 4 croissants or buns for €1, which Albert Heijn started to adapt in their stores. I see you, Albert Heijn. Nevertheless, Jumbo is slightly easier on the wallet and has more friendly vibes because of the yellow. Dirk.
So Jumbo is more of your budget-friendly supermarket. So I guess a lot of people shop there. Jumbo. I like the word. I like the name Jumbo. Jumbo. I think big. I feel like I can get a lot of things at Jumbo. Do you know what I mean? Jumbo. Get a lot of stuff. I don't know. It gives me that. I like the name. Dirk. Not a fan of that name, but let's see what Dirk has to offer.
Previously named after another Dutchman, Dirk van den Broek,
Okay.
The supermarket ranks among the cheapest Dutch supermarkets. It
Oh, so it's a budget. This is like budget. Okay.
might look a bit more gloomy, but it has many items to choose from. Coop, also known as the store that will soon disappear because of the merging with the supermarket chain Plus, is okay. The selection of
Okay, so saying it's going to disappear because they're merging. Like I said, we have a Co-op as well. I don't think it's the same. It's not the same brand. I think a lot of countries in Europe have a Co-op. It's weird.
items in both stores is neither cheap nor expensive.
Look at this thick carrot.
And that's the same as our Co-op as well. Because there's one in the village I live in. The village. I do live in a village. There's a Co-op, and it's neither cheap nor expensive. It's somewhere in the middle.
Unless it is located next to a university, which causes the prices to spike up. Spar, translated from German, means to save up or economize. But that
So is Spar from Germany? Because we have a Spar as well. It's the same Spar. It's the same with the tree and the red logo. It's the same brand. We don't have many of them though. We have them, but we don't have many of them. It's not that popular in the UK.
Couldn't be further from the truth. The store isn't completely overpriced, but it keeps you away from getting hungry. Spar could be compared to the Japanese 7-Eleven stores. A great selection of fancy breads and pre-made meals. Moreover,
7-Eleven, they have those everywhere, but like we don't have them in the UK. And clearly you don't have them in the Netherlands, but they have them in Sweden and the Nordic countries, and in Denmark they have 7-Eleven. Thailand and all these Asian countries, they have 7-Eleven. In America, they have 7-Eleven. But it never really made it to the UK, which is interesting. And clearly didn't make it to the Netherlands either.
to stand out from the rest, the store imported many international and or American candy. If you are someone that likes a good deal, or you are a broke student, discount supermarkets are perfect for you. These supermarkets are cheaper because of their limited stock, efficient restocking of goods in boxes, and blatant copying of other brands, but cheaper. Aldi and Lidl are the main two immigrants successfully integrating into the Netherlands from Germany.
The main two immigrants integrating successfully. Yeah, it's the same in the UK. We have Aldi and Lidl, and the description that she's describing it, that's exactly like our Aldi and Lidl. They look. I'm looking at the Aldi store, Lidl, whatever. It looks exactly like that. Like it's identical.
Both are very similar in what they offer. However, Lidl is considered to be more promotional and has better salads. Trust me. Trust me. Both of these stores also provide a treasure island experience.
Yeah.
The middle aisle of the store is dedicated to the random assortment of goods that will be here until they're sold out and will...
Yeah, it's really random. They have that thing in the middle of the aisle with like loads of random stuff in the metal cages. And you're just like, you're walking and you're like, oh. I mean, you see something, you're like, oh, maybe I need that. Do I need that? I don't think I need that, but I might get that anyways. It's such a weird... It's unlike any other store. And it's just like an assortment of random shit. Sorry, excuse my language, but it is. It's random shit in the middle of the supermarket. And you're like, I don't think I need that, but I want it because it's cheap. And I don't know, I might need it one day. It's that. It's a hoarder's paradise.
forever disappear. And maybe for the better. And for those who intensely smell their wine before drinking it and are not disgusted by blue cheese, the Netherlands also has a range of specialty supermarkets.
Ooh.
These offer more premium and snobbish product ranges, including vegan, organic, gluten-free, and more questionable items.
Vegan, organic, gluten-free. How do I feel about vegan, organic, gluten-free? I'd rather just not eat gluten. Do you know what I mean? If I was gluten-free, I just don't think I would get gluten-free bread because I've tasted gluten-free bread. It's not nice. It's dry and it tastes like cardboard. If I was gluten-free, if I had gluten intolerance, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just not going to eat anything with gluten in. I'm just going to remove that food group because gluten-free substitutes are terrible. They're terrible. Let's be honest. And if I was a vegan... the same. I would just eat plants because vegan substitute foods are really bad for you. They have like 1 billion ingredients in, so there's that. But lucky for me, I'm neither of those things. I'm not vegan and I am not gluten intolerant. I am more of a carnivore, more of a keto type of person.
Maca powder.
Maca.
Markt with a Q
Maca.
is one of the examples. It is mostly located on the west side of the Netherlands. And we have Eco Plaza, that is more widespread around the country. Both
Eco
stores
Plaza.
offer amazing looking pre-made meals, great packaging design, and peeled almond butter.
Wow, that's a...
Can I go back to that? Pre-made meals. So the only store in the UK that I see that have really good pre-made meals, I think is kind of like Marks and Spencer. There's this place, a store called Marks and Spencer's, and they do great pre-made meals. Marks and Spencer's, and we have another supermarket called Waitrose, which is our more upmarket kind of, you know, the not upper class, but like people, the middle class, the higher middle class shop there and get their groceries. But if you're even more upper class near the area I live, there is a supermarket called Booths. It even sounds, it sounds posh. Booths. And if you shop at booths, that's even more upmarket because it's kind of a small supermarket chain and it's, yeah, it's posh. Anyway.
Great packaging design and peeled almond butter.
Wow, that's expensive.
And here you can
Dang.
see an overall conclusion based on the supermarket selection range and pricing.
Okay, so the small selection is Aldi and Lidl, and the cheaper price is Dirk. The more expensive ones is like Markt and Eco Plaza. Okay, Eco Plaza is very expensive. Dirk is not as expensive, and it's kind of in the middle. Okay, so Dirk is kind of the place to go, really, isn't it? It's like the selection's not terrible. It's not expensive. Okay, Dirk it is. What do you think to that? Do you agree with this? Big selection, expensive. In between amounts of selection and not so expensive, or expensive-ish and big selection. And this is smallish selection but still quite expensive. Do you agree with this? Let me know in the comment section below.
Additionally, in order to compare prices, I conducted a personal research, comparing the cheapest peanut butter prices in each store. I looked for the cheapest 100% made from peanuts peanut butters. And this is the result. Unsurprisingly, coming in most expensive is Eco Plaza.
So Eco Plaza is expensive then.
And the cheapest one of all is Lidl. And finally, there's also an option of exploring the local market. Depending on the region, it can be open every day or just twice a week. But as a socially anxious person, this might not be the best strategy, as there are many people and you actually need to communicate what you want and need.
As a socially anxious, I get that. So am I a little bit. Yeah, I'm not saying a little bit. I am socially anxious until I get to know you, and then I'm not. Markets. We have markets in the UK. Markets are very popular in the UK. They're kind of a dying breed, but every major city has an outdoor market. If you go to London, you have some amazing markets. I'd suggest that if you come to the UK.
Also some chains around the Netherlands that have only been heard as a legend, as they are difficult to pronounce, such as Walmart, Dien, Dekamarkt, and Hooglied. But they might exist or they might not. We'll never know. After finding the right store to shop in, there are many things that the Netherlands does differently from the rest of the world. So to prepare, here are some instances to keep in mind. Opening hours. Depending on the location, supermarkets might have limited hours or be completely closed on Sunday and public holidays. However,
limited hours could be completely closed on Sunday. Okay, that's similar. Sunday's always been that, I guess, because Europe used to be quite like a Christian nation, like Christian countries, and obviously Sunday was the day that people used to go to church, so it's a day of rest. We still have that in the UK. It's not so much that they're closed. Nowadays, when I was younger, there were a lot more supermarkets that were actually closed on a Sunday. Now they're not closed on a Sunday, they're just closed a bit earlier. So more like 4 o'clock for a lot of supermarkets.
for Dutch grocery stores in major cities.
Let's have a look at that. So Monday, 8 till 9. Dinsdag is Tuesday, 8 till 9. So it's all 8 till 9 every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday is 12 till 6. Right. So it's similar. Opens later on, closes earlier on. Shorter hours on a Sunday. Makes sense.
Cities are generally open 7 days a week and from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. As the Dutch are a busy nation that also is mindful about their health and what they eat, there are many pre-cut and pre-packaged products offered typically in the beginning of the store, starting off with wraps and salads and ending with chopped lettuce and baby potatoes.
Okay.
If you don't earn enough to afford HelloFresh, not a sponsor, at most
Oh, you guys have HelloFresh as well? Cool.
supermarkets you can find boxes of food to prepare at home, just like the real thing. Besides the vegetables and fruit, you might be greeted with a fresh smell of baked goods. As many stores have small bakeries in them,
Love bread.
where the boring task of taking bread turns into a little mini-game.
love fresh baked goods. How are baked goods in the Netherlands? Are they as good as the Danish? I love fresh bakeries. I don't eat bread as much anymore. I'm not gluten intolerant like I was saying earlier. I just trying to eat more of a low carb diet recently. But yeah, when I come to the Netherlands, I will be trying your pastry because pastry is life.
But the Dutch are very passionate about their bread. So towards the end of the day, you might not get a chance to get your favorite one. Even the fluffy,
Right.
soft, thin ones that come in a bag. Language barriers. As expected, all products are written in Dutch. Other than Dutch, French is often used as the only second option.
Really? Why? Why is French the second option? I need explanation. Let me know in the comment section below. Why French? Do you have a lot of French tourists that come to the Netherlands? Why French and not English? Seen as like most people understand English, even if they're French or even if they're like from another European country, they tend to understand English. Why French? Why would you choose French? I don't know. This is a bit random. French? It doesn't matter anyways because we live in 2025 and we have AI on our phones and you can literally, is it called Google Lens, where you can just put your camera on the foreign language and it'll translate it into English. It was absolute godsend. When I lived in Thailand, sometimes I'd go to a Thai supermarket. Well, a lot of the times I'd go to a Thai supermarket and I'd translate the words into English. Yeah, it was a godsend.
Making it confusing as to why it is not English. And plus making you regret not participating enough in those French classes during high school.
Right.
Drinks. Supermarkets are only allowed to sell 3 types of alcoholic drinks: cider, beer, and wine. Plus, when you buy most of the drinks, even water, you will pay a rental fee that is returnable in the store's collector machine. Or if you're looking for something to raise the roof, most times you can find more drinks in the store next door, or in a not-so-secret section. Dutch food. Generally, the Dutch like to keep their food simple and straightforward. Potatoes, soup, pancakes, and sprinkles on bread. And some fried...
The sprinkles on bread, I know. So I I know I did a video of the sprinkles on bread, and you guys were like, so not all of you, but some of you were like, well, people eat loads of stuff on bread. You put jam on bread, you put marmalade, you put honey on bread, you put chocolate on everything. Why wouldn't you put chocolate on bread? You put chocolate spread, you put Nutella on bread. So what's wrong with sprinkles? It's like, fair enough, makes sense. It's just a soft spread. Sprinkles is not, they're hard, they're crunchy. You put them on cakes, on bread. I don't know, but I'm not judging. Kind of.
straightforward. Potatoes, soup, pancakes, and sprinkles on bread. And some fried finger food on the weekends. But
Okay.
luckily, the Netherlands has readily embraced international food. Most grocery stores offer Europeanized, less spicy version of foods from all around the world. But if you're craving some simple eggs for breakfast, and you can't find them in any of the fridges, on this side of the continent, the eggs are freed from the coldness and are located somewhere on a nice and cozy shelf. Chocolates. In the candy aisle, chocolate bars and candies are sold in big bags and bunches to share
Okay.
amongst your friends and family members. The
Same in the UK.
store definitely expects you to have self-control and not eat the whole thing in a couple of hours. But all hope is not lost because there are some located next to the cash register and self-checkout.
Same in the UK.
Then if
They do that on purpose as well, because you get to the cashier, you might have gone to the store because you were a bit hungry, and you've gone through the store and you're picking all these good choices and healthy choices, but obviously you're getting more hungry and you're on your way home and you might be a bit tired. You get to the checkout and you're like, ooh, is that my favorite chocolate? Like literally at the checkout, literally where I'm about to pay. Maybe I'll just take one. That's how they get you. It's very clever.
you're planning to leave the store comfortably, before paying, make sure you have a bag on hand. Otherwise, the bag costs extra. This practice encourages the customers to bring their own, plus most of the produce is already wrapped in unnecessary plastic. But that's a conversation for another day. Credit
That
cards.
is.
Now you're ready to...
It's true. And if you think it's bad in Europe when it comes to plastic, oh my God. When I went to Thailand, guys, when I was living in Thailand, when it comes to plastic, ridiculous. They will wrap something in plastic, then put that wrapped plastic thing in plastic, then tie that plastic bag and then put it into a plastic container. And then they'll put the plastic container into a plastic bag. You think I'm joking? You think I'm not joking? I am not. They will send you a drink in a plastic container with a plastic straw, and then they will put the ice in a plastic bag and put that plastic bag and that plastic cup with that plastic straw in a plastic bag and give it to you. That's how bad it was in Thailand. So if you think it's bad in Europe, you know, we can do better, but we are nowhere near the level of kind of unsustainable waste that they have in Asian countries, Thailand specifically. Wow.
Pay. Well, you might not be able to. Whoopsie doopsie. Some supermarkets don't accept
Wait, what was
Visa or
that? Did I miss something? You can't pay with credit
necessary
cards?
plastic. But that's a conversation for another day. Credit cards. Now you're ready to pay. Well, you might not be able to. Whoopsie doopsie. Some supermarkets don't accept Visa or MasterCards.
What?
Which leads to none other option than to get some cash. Or open a
Some supermarkets don't accept Visa or MasterCards. What, are you living in 2001? What? That's kind of strange, guys. Sorry. Let's be honest. You don't why? Are they allowed? I don't know. I feel like because in the UK we're really phasing away from using cash. In fact, I don't remember the last time I had cash in my wallet. Like cash is trash in the UK. Cash is trash. We don't use cash that often. And I wasn't expecting a big supermarket chain or a big supermarket to use cash and have to go out and get cash.
Dutch bank account. Receipt. If you're an introvert that prefers to be left alone, using a self-checkout machine is the way to go. But make sure to keep your receipt, otherwise you will not be able to leave the store. Recommend.
So you guys have to scan to leave the store. Interesting, because though I saw this for the first time when I went to London. So I went to London, I was in Oxford Circus. It's a big area where there's loads of huge shops and stores. If you're a tourist, when you come to the UK, you probably will go to London and you'll probably go there. And I went to Primark and I bought something from Primark because I needed a shirt. And I was leaving Primark and it wouldn't let me out unless I scanned my little receipt. So that's the first time I experienced that. And that was only last month. That's the first time I've experienced that. We don't have that in the UK in a lot of stores. Most stores don't have that. When you don't need a receipt to scan out. We kind of trust people. Maybe that's naive. In London, you can't trust people because London is a melting pot of people from all around the world. And you don't know who's going to come into your store. And people do steal things. So it's different. But in the north of England and other parts, for the most part, you can trust people to go in and shop and purchase their items and leave with their items without stealing them.
Whether you are a resident or a visitor, there are certain things I definitely recommend purchasing or even bringing as a souvenir. Tony Chocolonely chocolate bars. If you like the taste of chocolate and free slavery, this is the #1 Dutch.
If you like the taste of chocolate and free slavery, what does she mean by that?
Tony Chocolonely chocolate bars. If you like the taste of chocolate and free slavery, this is the #1 Dutch chocolate to buy.
What does she mean by that? Guys, let me know what she meant by and if you like the taste of chocolate and free slavery. Let me know. I feel that was a hidden message. I do want to try Tony's Chocolonely, but I don't know about what does she mean by that?
It comes in many colors and flavors like pretzel, caramel, Kit Kat and Twix.
Ooh.
And it has a creative design that is hard to share amongst your friends.
Oh my gosh. Tony Chocolonely. I love it. I just love the patterns and that is pretty cool. That's very unique. Surprised it hasn't made it over here. I wonder what it tastes like. We have some good chocolate in the UK. So I wonder, I'm kind of a chocolate connoisseur. But, you know, it's Europe. We make good chocolate, so I bet it tastes nice.
I know it's a bit cheesy, but stroopwafels are a Dutch staple and sold cheaply in every corner of the country.
I need to try these. I need to try these. I don't think we get these in the UK. We probably do have them, but I've never had them. Our supermarkets probably do sell them somewhere, but I've never had them before, so I will be trying these when I come to the Netherlands.
If the caramel filling is overdone for you, you can try honey, not a sponsor, chocolate, or even less sugar flavored ones. Then cheese is also a great option you can find in
Cheese. Cheese is life.
any supermarket. From whole giant cheese ball,
Cheese.
to cheese slices from Young to Old Amsterdam, they have it all. They even sell peanut cheese that comes in a jar or a bucket.
Peanut cheese? I don't know about that one.
If you're a fan of the taste of pure evil, the Netherlands has plenty of
Is that Lil Nas X?
licorice to offer, as it is one of the most popular forms.
I can't seem to get away from licorice. Guys, I don't know how many of you, if there are any of you that have come from my other channels. So So I have a Swedish channel and I have a German channel where I learn about Germany and I learn about Sweden and I learn about Finland and some other European nations. And I don't know what it is about licorice, but you all love licorice. I can't stand licorice. It makes me feel sick. And yet, every European nation that I've learnt about so far likes licorice. What? Am I missing something? Anyways, I must be missing
Pure
something.
evil, the Netherlands has plenty of licorice to offer, as it is one of the most popular forms of sweets. It is not all
Why?
horrible, but the faith is in your hands. Kruidnoten is a perfect winter holiday treat. It is like a gingerbread ball, occasionally covered in chocolate. Typically sold way before the actual holiday and are immediately gone right after. Vla. Vla
good.
is
I've
simply
tried
a
it.
pourable pudding that comes in a plastic cup or milk cartons, suggesting that it will quench your thirst. Even though it is not true, it is a great slurpable dessert after dinner.
Is that how she ended the video? That is a weird way to end the video. But there's a lot of things. I want to go to your supermarkets. There's a lot of things that I'm like, I want to try that. Licorice is not one of them though, guys. It's not. It's not. If you haven't subscribed, why are you here? Subscribe. Press the button. I try to post Monday to Friday every day. But you get a video. You get multiple videos every week. So just subscribe. I'm new here. Subscribe. We're going to have some good times. Trust me. Trust me. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you very soon.